Hey, we're still talking about the brain, body, emotions as they relate to anxiety, as we experience stresses and we add worry to it and have this wicked combination of all this sort of stuff that just really takes it out of us. That we live in that world of what's going to happen next. And when it becomes a chronic condition where it's just always that way, we're always on guard, we're always concerned about what's going to happen next. It's like we become hyper vigilant and we just can't turn it off. There's no way that you can think your way through your emotions. Just not going to happen. Well, now we talk about mindset, thinking, that we process things cognitively, and all of that is true. But then underlying that is a belief system. Do you believe it's true? And it's hard to override beliefs with thought. We need to be able to move the emotions through the body. And so that's what I want to talk today about. How do we do this? Well, we have in that beautiful limbic system, we have this way of moving the feelings, kind of lowering the cortisol, lowering the adrenaline. First one we've talked about already, breathing. Talked about breathing, but if you're chronically nervous, if you have probably certain kinds of PTSD symptoms and experiences, taking a big deep breath can sometimes heighten the feeling of anxiety. So while it's a good technique, we're going to talk about some other ones that can help you through this today. So first one, big deep breath in and out. Just the sound of relaxation. Just sort of let the body relax. Ah. And where are we moving? We're moving from sympathetic to the parasympathetic. Rest and digest. Part of that deep breathing, part of the effect of that. Feed and breed. It's turning back on the hunger mechanism, and we feel hungry. Well, a lot of times we end up a little bit too much. We're starting to feed the emotions. Not a good idea. And we can talk about what to do about that. But all of this that we're going to go through today are good ways to really take care of this. Sometimes taking that deep breath, though, as I said, will cause extra anxiety. So we have some other mechanisms. If you ever watch animals, again, in our mammalian brain here, watch animals, they'll take a couple little short breaths in and then exhale. Exhale. Just gonna, you can sniff them in if you want. A couple big sniffs, and then less likely to trigger anxiety for many people because of the little short rapid breath. It's almost like a hooray, hooray. But it's the same thing. It's signaling to the body and brain, I'm safe now. It's okay to chill out. It's okay to relax. It's okay to just calm down, to just be okay. Filming this a little bit later in the day as a follow-up to the body-brain mechanisms. The brain stem, the reptilian part of our brain, the mammalian part of our brain, the beautiful cortex. So, like in the end of the day, it's like, I've sort of gone through it all. I can kind of let down, let go, relax. It ought to have that feeling in your body. Now, sometimes emotions get trapped in the body and they don't easily come out. What do we do? Big yawn. There we go. That's it. It's just a nice big yawn. It's just a way of releasing and letting go. And it's a combination of thinking, cognitive, and behavioral. And sometimes it's reflexive. When we watch somebody else yawn, then we yawn. And maybe watching me yawn has made you yawn. All right. And then you can share that with other people and help them begin to relax. If not, try some various types of breathing exercises. The one that we just did, the deep breathing. You might try panting. Just for some people, that's going to drive the anxiety right up. But for other people, it's like you're running, or just you can kind of do that while you can just sit in the chair. You don't actually have to run, kind of like pretending. Or even better, if you can and you're able to stand up and actually run. Exaggerate little tiny short breaths in and out. It's moving that trapped emotion through the body. It's very effective. It absolutely works. James Gordon, um, psychologist, therapist, has worked around the world helping people with PTSD. Um, I heard him speak about his experience in Haiti a few years ago and had a tremendous earthquake. And he went down and was helping different groups of people. He was working with nurses, so that's particularly appropriate for our channel here. He was working with a large group of nurses who really hadn't processed anything since the earthquake. And was teaching and training similar to what we're doing right now today about the body, the brain, anxiety, thoughts, emotions, feelings, and saying again, as we're saying, I love it. As we're saying, sometimes you just have to release. You just have to get into that release mode. And if we can't do this, and he had them all stand up, he put on some loud music, and then he said, "This what I want you to do is just begin to shake." He's going to shake one leg, shake the other leg, shake the legs, and then just move through the body. Keep shaking your whole body all around. Shake your arm, shake your head. Just shake. And then let's all just begin to kind of hop up and down, shaking, 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 shaking. He did it for about somewhere between 2 to 4 minutes. And the reason he suggested, or 5 minutes, the reason he's suggesting that is he noticed within a couple minutes, some of the women, nurses and men, were crying. So almost instantly they started to get up and they started to shake, and they began to cry because the body is naturally releasing the emotions, that that shock that's happened to the system. Now, Dr. Stephen Levine shows a polar bear movie. It's been on YouTube for forever, where a polar bear just simply walking around on some ice cap uh, was suddenly attacked, if you will, by a bunch of researchers in a helicopter. They started to fly over the bear, and there's a film in the other helicopter. They're filming it, and you can see the bear sort of starting to walk and look over its shoulder and look, and then as the helicopter gets closer and closer to them, because they're going to shoot him with a tranquilizer, he starts to run. Finally, they get right up on top of him. They shoot him, passes out, lying on the ground. They do their research, they do their measurements, they do all the things that they're going to do. And then as he's coming out, you see the bear slowly roll over and begin to very violently shake all over, just shaking, shaking, shaking. And it was Levine's observation that that happens a lot in the animal kingdom, is that animals shake. You've probably, if you have a pet dog or a pet cat, sometimes the cat, a nice big, big stretch, and then shake a little bit. Or your dog, same thing, kind of begin to wake up and then suddenly shakes a little bit. We as animals and in the animal kingdom have that natural ability to shake it off. In fact, we even sometimes encourage each other, hey, just shake it off. Shake it off. It's a way of getting rid of the nervousness that's sort of in our system. We can do it just by shaking our hands, shake the whole body, and just shake and jump, get rid of it. And then he had the music going the whole time. You can have the music going the whole time. But as the nurses went through and began to release these emotions, with tears. Others started to laugh, big old belly laughs over and over again. They're just kind of howling. And then the laughter kind of caught contagiously throughout the group. And pretty much within another 4 or 5 minutes, everybody was laughing. Then he brought them back to talk about what was going on. What was their experience? What did they find as they were doing all of this? And and a large majority of them said, we really haven't talked about this. We didn't feel we could. We couldn't express ourselves because of the tragedy of this and the loss in human life and in our country here. Um, so the body holds all that in, and we need to shake it off, shake it out, get rid of it. That's what this whole process is for, to set us free, to get it out. Now, there's a couple other techniques. I talked about the emotional freedom technique. I don't know we actually demonstrated this one, but we're going to do it right now together. I like Carol Look's teaching and presentations on this. You can find her on the World Wide Web, Carol, Carol, and then LOOK.com, carollook.com. It's a method that Gary Craig developed. You can also find his teaching and training on it as well on the line. And it begins with just simply tapping the karate chop point of your hand. And there's nerves in here, and just tapping. And you're going to make a statement, even though and then whatever you're feeling, even though I'm feeling scared and nervous, even though I'm feeling frightened, even though I've gone through this horrible experience, then follow it up with, I deeply and completely care and love for myself. I deeply and completely care and love myself. And do that 3 times. Even though I'm feeling scared and frightened, I deeply and completely love and care for myself. Even though I've gone through horrible experience, I deeply care and love myself. Even though I think this is silly, I deeply and completely care and love myself. Now, why do we say it that way? The idea behind it is we don't want to reverse, we don't want to have a psychological reverse where we're thinking one way and then the brain flips it. Like sometimes it does when we do an affirmation. We say an affirmation, and then after you said it, I'm strong, or a lot of times around money, I'm wealthy. And then the brain says back to you, no, you're not. Remember that bill that's been unpaid? It's the same thing. It's like when the brain challenges those statements, there's a problem. What this does is, even though I'm feeling this way, I deeply love, care for myself. So it's like, yeah, no matter what, I love myself. I care for myself. Remember to keep doing that exercise where you're looking in the mirror and you're telling yourself, I love you. I love you. And then you begin the tapping sequence. And we're touching acupuncture or acupressure points in the body and affirming. The first time through is to just acknowledge the feeling. So I'm feeling scared. And then tap 3 times, sort of right where the nose and the forehead kind of come together, right there. I'm feeling scared. Over the side of the eye, I'm feeling frightened. Under the eye, this is a horrible experience. I'm feeling nervous, feeling anxious. Then on the collarbone, sort of halfway between where it touches the top and where it comes down into the clavicle, just on your collarbone there. I'm feeling frightened. And then under the arm, it's kind of in like the middle of your armpit, or if you're a woman, kind of where if you're wearing a bra, where your bra strap would come by, but sort of under. I don't know if you can see that there, kind of under the arm, in the armpit, sort of below here. And then on the top of the head, maybe a little bit toward the back of the head, but somewhere on the top of your head. Again, sort of repeating the negative statement. Then we're going to do the same round again, only now positive. I'm feeling relaxed. I'm feeling calm. I'm feeling focused. I'm feeling centered. And I deeply and completely love myself. Even though I'm feeling calm, quiet, chilled out, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I'm feeling great and I think this is silly, I deeply care and support myself and love myself. Love and care, calm and relaxed, quiet, centered, focused, not anxious, confident, capable, able, feeling my empowered self. Deep breath in and out. Now, if you want to measure that, before you begin the whole exercise, just on a scale of 1 to 10, how anxious are you feeling or how troubled? You can use that for anything and everything. There's tons of ways of doing it. This basic way of managing this. But on a scale of 1 to 10, where are you? And then as you go through the process, scale of 1 to 10, how do you feel now as you're doing the positive statements about yourself? You can do it for wealth and money. Even though I feel impoverished, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I don't seem to have a lot of money, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though cash flow is difficult and challenging for me, um, I deeply and completely in love, care for myself. Feeling money pressure, feeling that I'm poor, um, feeling that I have money difficulties and challenges. My credit cards aren't empty. Um, I don't always make wise choices with money. Um, Sometimes cash flow is difficult. Um, I have negative thoughts about people who are wealthy. Um, Money's hard to come by. Money doesn't grow on trees, whatever those are. And then, even though I have had negative thoughts in the past, I'm feeling very positive about money now. I have a good, and I deeply, completely love myself and accept myself. I have an amazing cash flow right now. I deeply and completely accept myself. My business is booming right now. I have a wait list of clients to see me. I deeply, completely accept myself. Money flows to me every day. Money flows easily and effortless to me. I have no blocks or resistance to the flow of cash. I feel confident about the future. All of my investments are doing extremely well. Business is booming. I love my clients. I have happy, contented clients, and they love me. Everybody chooses me. I'm everyone's choice, and and it's reflected in the overflow that's coming to me now. Deep breath in and out. Just a different way of using that. I was just tossing it out. Please, no comments about EFT. You want to learn how to do it? Go see Carol Look. Uh, Watch. She's been doing this for years, so it's a great technique. Do I use it? Yes. Are those the statements I use? I have different ones that I use for that. So please consider that. Now, if that's all seems too complicated, there's another tapping you can do, and I mean for it to tap, but I'm going to suggest you can do open hand, um, or fist. What we want to do is just kind of get the blood flowing and thinking thoughts of relaxing and just sort of tap the muscles, tap the large muscles of the chest. It's probably on the microphone. You can hear it in my voice. Okay. Uh, be gentle with yourself. This is not a time to bruise yourself or hurt yourself in any way. Large muscles, the back, hips, wherever you can reach in the back. Kind of just patting yourself on the back, thighs, down into the calves. again, just sort of stimulating a little blood flow. We want to get the emotions moving through the body so that you come to a place of rest, relaxation, calm, quiet, peaceful feelings. I wish you all the best in processing this. I know that you can. I know that you will. Follow through, make comments, let us know how you're doing. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. We'll get to those. Class coming up in September. We're going to go through this even more. We'll go through different ways of handling anxiety, but really talking, that class has much more to do with rewiring the brain and rewiring that whole process so that we can get to a place of peace and calm and serenity and much more focused in our living rather than being all over the place. And some days are good, some days are bad, some days you're up, some days you're down. We want to shift and move all of that to a place where it's your life and you're living it. You've designed it. We create a blueprint. We're going to go through all of the processes that get us to where we want to go and create a permanent change in our brain, just rewiring. Been doing this for a long time and it absolutely positively works. It's changed my life in all kinds of ways. And we'll share and discuss that uh, when we're together. Like, subscribe, share. Have an amazing day wherever you are in your journey. Keep tuning in. Keep coming back. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Namaste.